Well, good morning, friends. It's Crazy Cheap Chick. I'm back from the store. In a moment, I'll take you inside, show you all the bargains I got. And I found some great bargains this week. I went to some garage sales, went to Goodwill, and I'm also, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your own fabric softener. I'm going to start every week making something myself in order to save money. So come along. I think this may have been my most stressful grocery shopping trip in a long time, and I did not get great deals this week. I spent $117.83, and I'm going to show you what I got. I'll start with full price, go to sale price, and then show you my clearance. Now, not all of that is food, and you'll see. I got some bananas for $1.48. They're 49 cents a pound here. These tomatoes were, I think, $1.21. The tortillas, regular price, $2.99. Don't you wonder sometimes? I mean, this is April 18th, and these are good for a month. What kind of preservatives do they put in this stuff? Probably not good for you. This turkey was $4.79. The cucumber was $1.50. I think the green pepper was 89 cents. The pepper jack cheese was $2.29. My cream was $5.49, and these peas were $1.25. And every time I buy something like this, I think, they're 97 cents at Aldi. But I don't live close to Aldi. I need to make an Aldi run, though, and stock up on some stuff that I buy there normally. Okay, these were the sale items. These cotton candy grapes were on sale for $3.99 a pound. They rang up $5.23. They're a little bit more than a pound. I love these. I always give myself like 1 or 2 treats every week just so I don't feel deprived. And these cotton candy grapes are just incredibly sweet. They really are like candy. I mean, I don't know how else to describe them if you've never had them. Sour cream was on sale for $1.49, so I got 2 of them. You could buy up to 5. I got some bread. This was $3. The potatoes were on sale this week. This was a pretty good deal, $2.49 if you want to buy your potatoes already prepared, like French fries and tater tots and things like that. I normally just make my own. It's a little bit less expensive, but I think I'm going to make a casserole this week, and it's just easier to buy the shredded potatoes. Then the tomatoes were on sale for $1.49, but I did have a coupon, so they both rang up for $1.24. The bacon was on sale for $3.99. And this chicken breast strips was on sale for $5.99. Probably the best sale I thought they had this week was the cheese. I did go ahead and get another bag of cheese for $5.99. That's 2 pounds. And butter was $2.99 a package. So I got 3 packages. You could get up to 5. But I really need to be cutting back on butter, believe me. This was on clearance. We're starting into the clearance stuff. And this was $1.60. It does not have to be refrigerated. And I bought it just to have on hand because one day we ran out of cream, and it was like the biggest catastrophe in our life. Oh, what are we going to do? It started our day off really, really bad. So I decided I was going to get this and put it in the pantry just in case I ever make a mistake again and run out of cream. Then I got some lettuce. It was $1.83 for 2 of these baby iceberg lettuces. I really prefer romaine, but I made a choice because I'm starting to do that. As prices go up, I'm having to buy things that I don't like as much in order to save a little money. They did have 2 of these. Well, they had more than 2, but I bought 2. Dill pickle. I love dill pickle flavor, and they had these for $1.39, and I got 2 of those. This supplement, ashwagandha, this is supposed to help you feel less stressed. It's supposed to be good for your brain, and if ever I needed something to make me feel less stressed, is probably this week. I think it's also got some vitamins in it as well. Yeah, it does. Caesar dressing was on clearance. I think it was like $1.49. I forgot to write it down on the top. These rolls, these mini sub rolls, were $2.60. And I got 2 of these turkey pot pies, and they were $2.47 each. I can make a pot pie for less than $5 probably, but This is what I call my emergency food. On a night when I just can't cook dinner because I'm too exhausted, I can microwave or throw in the oven one of these turkey pot pies and make a small salad to go with it, and that'll keep us from eating out. So it saves money in the fact that I have it on hand, and it's I call them my ER meals. Then I have my grandkids today, and I got 2 packages of cookies since they're going to be here. And that'll also be our Sunday night treat because we're trying not to eat sugar except on Sunday nights. I did not have many clearance vegetables, only zucchini and yellow squash. They were 99 cents each. But I've got a lot of vegetables, so I think I'm okay. Then this shake and feed was $8.04. Their normal price was $16.99. And this stuff is expensive. And I needed some anyway. I'm positive this is less expensive than the big box stores, so I went ahead and got this. And I got a roast, and it had been $24.27, and it is $15.53. So that's, and this was my other little treat to myself. These daffodils were $4.40, and I thought they were beautiful. I'll place them here in the house while they're still blooming, and then once they stop blooming, I'll just plant them in the yard. You probably couldn't even buy bulbs for that. Anyway, that's what I got for my 117. What are we going to eat this week? As you know, I'm not a big breakfast eater, but when I do eat breakfast, it's usually toast, a banana, sometimes oatmeal, sometimes fruit, sometimes yogurt. And I didn't buy a lot of breakfast stuff this week. I think I still have yogurt, and I know I have oatmeal. The rest of the week, I know we're going to have BLTs. That's one of my favorite meals. And I will probably make some homemade French fries to go with that because I still have a ton of potatoes. Then I cut these tortillas. I thought I might make quesadillas. But the bigger thing I'm probably going to make with them is I got these chicken breast strips, and I'm probably going to make a wrap. And you use tortillas, you cook these, you put them inside the tortilla with a little bit of tomato and lettuce, and I'll probably use this creamy Caesar dressing, and then I'll make a side to go with it. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe some potato salad. I haven't made that in a long time. I still have ham left over. Oh, I'm so sick of eating ham. But I really feel like I need to eat all my food. I feel so guilty if I throw food away. So I have ham and cream of chicken soup left over from last week. And I thought I could make a ham and potato casserole out of that one night. Also, I wanted to make some sub sandwiches. So I got this turkey breast with the pepper jack, the sub rolls, and I've got tomato, onion, I've got green pepper. And of course, I think I'm going to have a roast on Sunday with mashed potatoes. And I bought the peas because creamed peas with mashed potatoes just sounded super good to me. Haven't had that in a long time. And I may also make some noodles. I haven't made noodles in a long time. And of course, I've got my emergency meal, the turkey pot pies, that I could make a little side salad to go with if there's a night that I just can't bring myself to cook. And that's one way I like to save money, is just having stuff that's easy and cheap on hand for those nights that you're just worn out. And believe me, more and more, I'm having those nights. This is just for salads. And we almost always have a salad and leftovers for lunch. So that's the plan for this week. What are you eating? I spent $10.65 at Goodwill today. This was my favorite piece. And I'll wear a little black shell under it. It's a Christopher and Banks, and I paid $5.93 for it. Then I think this shell was a couple of bucks. Wasn't very much. Croft and Barrow. I liked it. This shirt here, probably about the same. I think these were all marked down because they were blue tags. I really like this one. And a pair of pants. They were $1.99. Anyway, altogether it was $10.65 for 4 items of clothing. I didn't think that was too bad. Then I went to 3 garage sales this morning, and this entire bag cost me $7.50. So let me show you everything that's in here. Now, I don't normally buy food at garage sales, but they had this brand new unopened package of green tea for 50 cents. And so I went ahead and got it. And this is new and full. Neutrogena oil-free moisture. All of these are full. Olay active hydrating beauty fluid. Boy, I need that. This is completely full. Perfumed body lotion with oat extract. All of these were 50 cents each. This person was a lotion fanatic. Here's another pure Greek olive lotion, 50 cents. All of these are new and unopened. That's what's always crazy to me. This one, smoothing repair dry skin lotion, 50 cents. Then this bag of French soap, 50 cents. Why sell it in your garage sale? Why not just use it? Pig mask, because who doesn't need a pig mask? Then all of these little, I don't know if they're room sprays or perfumes. I'm not sure. They smell really good though. 50 cents each. Same on these. Matching, all 50 cents. 3 books on London. I think they were about $1 or 50 cents each. I mean, all of this was $7.50. And that's why garage sales are such a great deal. I mean, you're not going to ever find anything that inexpensive anywhere else. And I don't care that this is old. The sites in London are still the same. And I'll look through these and get 50 cents worth of fun out of them. The final garage sale was kind of a bust, but I did get these goggles for the kids to use in the pool, $1.50. And 2 pairs of earrings. These were 50 cents. And these were 50 cents. And I'll clean those with hydrogen peroxide. Oh, I guess these were only a quarter. So what a deal. An okay garage sale day for only going to 3 or 4 garage sales. Sort of interesting earrings. Reminiscent of the Olympics, maybe. And these are okay. I mean, but for 50 cents and a quarter, how can you go wrong? So I've put these little soaps in this container, little bunny container next to my sink in the guest bathroom. That's why I never understand why people feel the need to sell this stuff at a garage sale. Why not just use it? As they didn't have a price on it, so I asked the lady, I'm like, how much for this soap? And she goes, 50 cents. And her dad goes, 50 cents? Well, I think your mom got that soap in France when we went to France. And she rolled her eyes and she's like, 50 cents. So my point is, go ahead and use the fancy soap. Otherwise, you're just going to die without ever using the fancy French soap. Get your use out of it while you're here. Otherwise, your kids are just going to sell it in a garage sale for 50 cents. Then I got these 3 garden tools, and they wanted $5 each for them, which I thought was kind of high. But then I looked up online how much things like this cost now. I couldn't believe it. $5 was a steal. And you know, it used to be you bought stuff like this and it lasted your whole life. You bought it one time and you never had to buy it again. And then you left it in your will for your kids. And things used to be a lot higher quality and last a lot longer. And so I decided to go ahead and get these because I think they're higher quality than anything I could buy brand new. Now, as long as I'm out here in the garage, I want to tell you about these. My vet told me this. My vet said to use these as dog treats. And so when I'm training my dog, trying to get her to stay at my side, keep her from running off, I give her Cheerios, or these are off-brand Cheerios. But he said it's way healthier than any dog treat that you can buy, and they're cheap. And so that's what my dog gets for treats. Of course, I also make my own dog treats as well. Looks like I'm about out and need to make more. I make them for my dog, and I also make them and give them as gifts. They're always really popular gifts. Today, I am going to attempt to make my own fabric softener. Seems super easy. And I had actually saved this container. I use these containers, I just put water in them. And like when you go camping or when we have a picnic or we're out at the pool, you can fill these with water put them on edge, and then you've got water for washing hands. But anyway, I'm going to reuse this container and make my own homemade fabric softener. And you start with 8 cups of water. That's 8 cups water. And now I am going to add 6 cups of white vinegar. Now, some people online were like, oh, that'll hurt your washing machine. But I asked John Wayne about it, and he's like, I don't know why it would if it was diluted. He thought it would probably even be good for the washing machine to clean it out. So make at your own risk, I guess. This is the last cup of vinegar. So this is 6 cups of vinegar. Next, we're going to add a cup of baking soda. And this is going to have a reaction when you put it in here. That's why I'm doing it in the sink. And it's going to fizz up. It'll be a good time to clean my sink as well, I guess. Vinegar removes the detergent residue. It brightens the clothes, and it neutralizes odors. It also removes stains and mildew. The baking soda is supposed to reduce static and soften. One thing I have to mention is never ever mix vinegar with bleach. That's highly toxic. You don't want to breathe that in. Get ready for some fizzies. You might want to do it just a little at a time. See why I said to do it in your sink? And if I had done all of this at once, I mean, this is kind of how they make those kid volcanoes, isn't it? I'm going to go ahead and stir this a little bit. That's why you want to do that baking soda a little at a time. I'm going to add some more in now. Could have used a bigger container for sure. It's kind of satisfying. Some more. Still reacting. Now I'm going to add some essential oil for scent. Most recipes I saw online said like 15 to 20. I'm not going to measure. In fact, I'm probably going to add more than that because I've got a lot of lemon essential oil and to kind of cut that vinegar smell. And then when you put it in your laundry, you're just going to put it in the fabric softener side, about half a cup or a cup. This is pretty inexpensive fabric softener. If it works, well, I'll let you know. This smells way more lemony than vinegary. And now I'm just going to put it in this bottle. I don't mind the smell at all. It's kind of pleasant, actually, once you put the lemon essential oil, but that is the most expensive ingredient. The vinegar, I'm not sure what I paid for it, and the baking soda is pretty inexpensive, so probably saving half at least. I don't know. I didn't cost it out because I don't remember what these things cost when I bought them, but I'm sure it's less expensive than Snuggle. I have this back here, and I'm just going to put about a cup in. Then another thing you can do is when you put the clothes in the dryer, just put a few drops on a dryer ball or a sponge and toss it in the dryer, and that will help with static cleaning as well. I will say, when you don't use a lot of paper products, it does really increase your laundry. Since I don't usually buy paper towels, napkins, Kleenex, things like that, I use these reusable towels in the kitchen or just regular dish towels and hankies. Time to refill the roll. I've had these a long time, probably 3 years, and they still work just fine. I paid about 25 bucks for them. I'll bet they're a lot more than that now. Well, guys, thanks for sticking around all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. And as always, if you do stick around as a punishment or a reward, you decide, I tell you a little story from my life. And making that fabric softener reminded me of a school science experiment. And it made me remember something that happened to me when I was in about the 6th grade. In the 6th grade, I went all year long and only missed one question on any homework assignment or test. And the question that I missed was, how many legs does a spider have? And I put down 6. And the correct answer was 8. And that ruined my streak. But other than that, I went all year long and didn't miss any questions in science. And my teacher called me up to the front of the class and made a big deal out of it. And I always did really love science. I still really love science. I read a lot of books on science. I read a lot of scientific papers. And if I had the ability to live my life over, I would probably choose a job as an investigator, but in science. I could see myself in a lab looking through a microscope all day long, running experiments. That would have been a perfect job for my personality. The other thing that happened in 6th grade was at an all-school assembly, I won an art award. And I got called up to the front of the school, and they shook my little 6th grade hand and handed me a pen for art. So those 2 things kind of made my 6th grade year. And I kind of realized at the end of 6th grade, you're never going to top this. It's never going to get better than this. And it was kind of true. I peaked in the 6th grade. When did you peak? Now, I want to end with something I heard this week. Someone told me that positivity is like fuel. It helps you get things accomplished. And I thought about that and I thought, that's correct. If you have a positive attitude, a can-do spirit, it goes a long ways to helping you achieve your goals. And they didn't say this, but I kind of played it out in my mind that really negativity is like punching a hole in your soul's fuel tank. So why would you do that? So in case you need to hear it, stay positive. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter what challenges you're facing, stay positive, and it will help you meet the challenges and your goals. So have a great week. I hope you go out there and find some bargains, and I will talk to you soon. Well, the irises are starting to bloom. These are the first ones, these common purple ones. Of course, one of my flower pots blew into the creek. I see no way to get it without getting muddy. Gotcha. Lost a shoe though. This wild sweet William that grows down by the creek is so pretty. Now I'm going down under the bridge to try to retrieve this ball that's been here forever. Oh man, that water's cold. Well, I did the dumbest thing. I brought my tropicals out too early. I was so anxious to have them out of the shop. And it never got below freezing, but it got below 40, and tropicals really don't like it below 40. Maybe they'll come out of it, maybe they won't. And then the other night we had a big thunderstorm, and the lightning fried the GFCI on my fountain. If it's not one thing, it's another.